Did you get enough?
I'll take over. Oh, that's good.
We just went live on my page. Yes. Okay. From the Queen City to the Windy City, Chi-Town in the house. Chi-Town is in the house today.
What's
Welcome to
going
Pink
on,
Fanfur
Pink?
and Company.
Cheers,
SUPERFAN
guys. Thanks
Thursday,
for having
baby.
Yeah,
us.
cheers.
Yes. It's about to get loud up in here. We're coming at you live from the studio. Yes, it's about to get live. You ask me why is it about to get loud? Because being a super fan is a thing. Yeah. So what we're gonna be doing tonight, we got some special guests tonight. And first of all, I want to say shout out to everybody for joining us in. Shout out to B on the ones and twos. Shout out to my guests tonight and all of you guys who's gonna be tuning in the chat. So you want to know why this channel exists? Because we're super fans and we're super fans and lovers of sports. And what we do is we give an opportunity for other super fans to come on here and talk about their journey, showcase their love for their sports, showcase their love for their team, and just kind of just share with everybody, their journey and why they do what they do and who they are, what they do, their personas, talk about their experiences during their team season. And that is one of the reasons why we have Super Fan Thursdays, and we dedicate this show to you guys tonight. All of you out there tuning in the comments and the viewers, we dedicate this show to all of the viewers and all of the super fans. So we have the kings of the NFC North here tonight. We have and you guys, he doesn't really need, an introduction because you guys already know who he is, the Mike Fosnaugh. He is the host of the First and 10 with Foz, the largest Bears, super fan podcast around, as well as First and 10 with Foz podcast, and also his co-host Maxwell. By the way, his podcast has over 3,500 to 4,000 members, you guys. You guys go over there and like his channels, follow, subscribe, comment, do all of those good things. Without any further ado, but I want to say this first of all, before I bring you guys on, congratulations to the Bears. You guys had a magical season, similar to our team. And I am so sorry to hear that you guys lost. It's devastating. Trust me, we know exactly how you feel. You guys made it through the wild card playoffs. You got
What are
to
you
the
gonna do,
divisional
right? What are
round.
you
You
gonna do?
made your run, and sadly, in a thriller, in overtime. Oh man, 3 points, 20-17, and then you went down to the Rams.
Yeah.
And both the Rams. The Rams took us out too. So we right there with you, man. We're right there with
You
you.
know,
Let me
Pink,
give you a little bit of information about.
we had
Yeah, go ahead.
seven. Yeah, we had 7 comeback wins this year. We were pushing 8 with that game versus the Rams, and we're pretty level-headed Bears fans. We like to keep our feet on the ground and be realistic. You can't take it from the start to the finish on Hail Mary throws and end of the game turnovers, things of that nature. So the Bears went way beyond, I think, any Bears fans' expectation this year going into the season with Caleb's second year, Ben Johnson's first year as head coach, the rookies, things of that nature, brand new offense, brand new everything. So as upsetting as it is, I don't think there's too many Bears fans up there that are too upset right now. I think we're pretty happy with how the season went, man. And kudos to you guys at the Panthers, too, like we were talking about backstage. I mean, you guys made it to the playoff round, got past Tampa Bay, and had a even almost as close as game with the Rams as we did. So it's nice to be sitting there as Bears and Panthers fans talking about two successful seasons.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you here. You know, I mentioned that you're the host of First and 10 with Falls, but you are also the president of the Elite Superfans, anti-bullying organization. Shout out to ESF.
Yes,
And that's a
ma'am.
great organization. You guys have
Yes.
a whole lot of members. So,
Yeah, ESF hasn't been as loud as it was previously in the past. Tiffany, the original founder, a lot of us in the background have had a lot going on in life, which I think people understand. Definitely looking to make a push for a good, loud ESF return going into 2026. So you guys keep an eye out. A lot of fun stuff coming in the future for ESF.
oh, outstanding. Now you have been Matt, you have been Mike, and we're going to talk about Mike Maxwell in a minute, but you have been a lifelong Bears fan. When
Yeah,
did
it
you become
was.
a super fan?
Oh man, I don't even know. I always people always ask me this question. Like someone invited me to go to a parking lot at 6 a.m. to start drinking before a Bears game, and I'm like, sure, I'll go morning drink with you people before the Bears game. And started going to the games, getting tickets, and then meeting fans from other teams, traveling around, and just got really heavy into the tailgate scene, things of that nature, and apparently I'm enough of a character myself to not have to wear a mask or an outfit. So just kind of went with me as my super fan persona with the beard, the shades, the hat, the gear, things of that nature, and just kind of was myself. And people dug it. I was just being me, and it's worked out that way ever since.
It's something that you have to have in you. Is it that, or is it, can you just become a super fan? And if so, how? You know, what
I
is it
mean,
that you
dude,
need to
super
be a
fan is
super
such a
fan?
loose term. I'm sure there's people who are fans out there that are way more extreme, life dedicated. I mean, I got my friend Glenn Timmerman, who I don't know if you saw. He was on in People magazine, all over the news. He has hundreds and hundreds of former Chicago Bears coaches and players autographs all over his body. They'll actually autograph his body in permanent marker, and then he goes and gets them really tattooed to his body. So this man has like over like 300 or 400 different tattoos on his complete upper torso, arms, stomach, back, neck, shoulder, you name it. A former Bears fan. So like when you say super fan, I mean
Yeah, Don Wachter's like what I think of right away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bearman Don Wachter. That's the key, man. I mean, as
That's the
soon as
key.
you start talking about Bears super fans, I mean, there's a lot more cooler guys out there than me. I just like to try and have fun, and I like to exploit the whole fan of fans thing. Like we've talked about so much in the past. Love fans from other teams. Love meeting people from around the league, and every fan has a story, and that's what I'm all about.
That's what we all about, super
Yes,
fans.
ma'am.
Hey, shout out to Trailer Park Country. He said, ask him about the song in his credits.
Trailer Park's my guy, man. I got to meet him at the Tailgate Hall of Fame this year, and he actually made a special song for the Bears for the First and 10 tailgate called Bear Down. Gave me a cut on the track, and use it in my credits every year, man, or every single episode. So it's cool stuff like that. You meet people from around the league. You just approached me out of nowhere, knew who I was, knew of the show, and gave me a track and said, I made this song. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm going to use this. This is amazing. Thank you, sir.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, the people you meet out on the road, right?
Yeah, you never know who you're going to meet and you never know who's going to, affect you. And I want to get into a lot of different questions here, but I want to go ahead and introduce our other friend here, Maxwell, another lifelong fan, and actually your co-host on First and 10 with Foz. He says he's been a fan since kindergarten, and
we've been friends since kindergarten.
You've been watching the Bears.
Maybe
since,
kindergarten. I think I remember my dad
years.
and grandpa screaming about the Bears like when I was 5. So that sounds about right.
That's where memories start forming, right?
Yeah, it's those memories go back so far. If you can remember them that far back, that's outstanding. So Maxwell, how do you like being the co-host of the biggest, super fan podcast around?
I guess I'm too low key to care.
Maxwell's a man of mystery.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, it works because our personalities are so extremely different. So we kind of yin and yang, and we weave pretty well.
Yeah.
So it's cool, man. It's not. This would never ever. Put it this way, I wouldn't do a podcast by myself. I would have no interest in it. But it works because he takes care of a lot of it, and he's got a way more outgoing personality than I do. I kind of like to just talk about shit with the Bears, and that's about it. And he puts himself out there a lot more than I do, which makes it work because I've got something like that. If it was just me, I'd never.
Yeah, no,
Never.
Maxwell's a man of mystery, man. And when I first started doing the show, or when I first came up with the concept of the show, I'm like, am I going to do this by myself, or am I going to sit here and just talk to a camera by myself in the basement for a weirdo for an hour and just not be, you know what I mean? Because it kind of feels
a manifesto in your
'cause
basement about the Bears.
Yeah, when you're by yourself and you got no one else co-hosting around the show, it's a little awkward. It's an adaptation you got to get used to. It's like you're talking to yourself in reality. I mean, there's people out there watching and hearing you, but you have no one to counter.
No, it would just be the Mike Fosnaugh monologue for an hour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, me and Maxwell have been friends for years, watching football for years, and drinking beers on the couch, watching the games, going back and forth, giving opinions about our thoughts on teams' moves, trades, and he said it best. One of the things is he doesn't agree with me all the time.
No.
And that was the number one thing that stood out to me. I don't want somebody next to me who's going to sit there and be like, yeah, Foz, that's not entertaining. That's not what I don't think anyone wants to hear. He'll be like, you're over the top, or you're downplaying this, or he doesn't agree with something. That's what makes our concept great, in my opinion, is that we yin and we yang. He goes high, I go low. He goes low, I go high. And there's occasion we meet in the middle, and we do agree on a lot of things, but a lot of times we do have separate views on things. And I think it makes it a lot more interesting.
I agree with you. I do not want to do a podcast by myself. I'm inviting you guys on this show to talk, because I don't know if I could talk for a whole hour by myself.
No.
Sonya
no.
of Prim and Proper Sports, she does it a lot. She does it really well on her own. But me, I would run out of things to say. I would have to be doing my hair and makeup.
Yeah, we'd get into a lot of other crazy things. It wouldn't. I could talk about the Bears by myself for maybe 10 minutes, and then it just.
I mean, if you're in a sportscaster mode and you got a whole monologue and you're delivering news, I understand that, but our show is more about one, talking about current events, giving our opinions back and forth, and then, as you know, the concept I started 3 years ago was involving fans from other teams that we were playing and getting those fans to come on the show when we're rivaling them that week. So that was really just the original basis of everything. It's just taken off from there. It's been a blessing. It's been awesome.
It's been a blessing. I've been on your show, and it's so much fun. I've watched your show. You guys really know what you're doing over there, like real super professionals. And the good thing about it is that it's just fun.
We got them all
have a whole
full,
lot of fun. If you're not having fun, what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying?
You just nailed it.
If you take yourself seriously, you got a problem, like a serious problem.
You nailed it right on the head. I mean, we talked about the show, how long we're going to do the show. how often we're going to do the show. Like, we don't do shows during the off season. We don't do shows unless there's a game going on or a game coming up or there's some current events or things happening. So I mean,
Going on.
we, like you said, you got to have fun with it. And I don't get a lot of the podcasts, and there's nothing against anyone else who does it. Everyone do your own thing, but I just can't see myself week after week after week, 365 days a year throughout the entire year during 6 months of off season, talking about speculations and opinions and possibilities and things of that nature. I just don't. We don't find it entertaining.
Scenarios.
Yeah, I mean, you could go down a crazy Alice in Wonderland rabbit hole with a lot of that stuff, and at the end of the day, it ends up meaning nothing. Nothing happens that way, and that becomes a big waste of time. So we both decided that we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it all meats and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes.
And just talk about meats and potatoes. And when there's no meats and potatoes,
The occasional dessert episode.
but you won't see us. You won't see us then. So you'll see us
Keep
when
the
there's something
protein
going
and the
on.
carbs coming.
Yeah. Sometimes too much of a thing is bad.
Yeah, I'm going to go into some heavy questions here in a minute, but I want to take a moment to shout out to the folks in the comments. We see you. We appreciate you for tuning in. Barbara, Barb Wire, we see you. We see you. We see also PM, RM, Dizzle 412, the mod, Yinzer.
Dizzle, thank you for tuning in, the Dizzle.
Yeah, and let's see, Soldier Girl, Trailer Park Country, Alfredo
Park,
Du
those are my guys,
Fondemo, Bear
man.
Down Forever.
Hell yeah, guys.
Soldier Girl said, "What up,
Appreciate
fam?" Corey Sifford, John McKinley, he commented. So we just wanted to shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah,
Drop
guys,
some
thanks
more
for tuning
comments
in.
and
Bear down,
questions
baby.
in there,
Let's go.
and we keep it going.
Right on.
Keep it going. Now, question. Now, these questions are not like designed to just any one person, so either of you can answer the questions. So we're talking about the Bears since we're so excited about the Bears season and Caleb Williams and wow, that throw that touchdown, man! I'll tell you, I had to take a double take on
Which
that
one?
the last one.
Yeah.
And that sent you guys into overtime. I had to take a double
man.
take. I mean, that was amazing. But
I think my son still has whiplash from me whipping him around like Happy Gilmore out on the field. I was just throwing him
I
around
got
like
a
a
neck
rag
brace
doll
in the
celebrating.
medical closet if you want it.
He might need it.
Looking back on your season, like a magical season, and so you took the wild card run, you made it to divisional playoffs. What do you feel like the moment that made you believe, like any time during your season, what was that moment that you actually believed that your team, not that you didn't have anything special, but what in this season you thought, we got something special here?
For me, it was the Eagles game when they went into Philadelphia and just curb stomped Philadelphia. Because there was a lot of talk about, all right, the Bears might be coming up, but they might be fakers. They're beating a lot of bad teams. They got an easy schedule, this, that, and the other. And they squeaked by with a couple games, but they went into Philadelphia, the defending Super Bowl champions. No matter what kind of season they had, they were the defending Super Bowl champions and still made the playoffs with the 3 seed. And probably should have been the 2 seed if they didn't fuck up. But when we went in there and just completely boat raced them for the entire of the game, I said this team is absolutely for real. Absolutely for real.
You know, Bears fans have a lot of PTSD. I don't know if you know this, Pink, but we have been lied to and led on and gaslighted. Is that what all the kids are using? We were gaslighted for years and false hope. So it's really hard for a die-hard Bears fan to really trust in the excitement that's happening because we've been let down so many times in the past. I definitely agree with Maxwell. The Eagles game was our first really legitimate win versus a good team. We had beaten good teams, but it was like I said, we had those 7 come back from behind.
Or just quarterback ain't
games
playing, or
where
there's always some
somebody's
reason
injured.
somebody had for everything.
There was a reason for everyone we had prior to that game. There was a bullshit reason that a hater was given why we won that game. So the Eagles game was definitely a good example. But for me, I'm definitely going to say knocking the Packers out of the playoffs in the first round was my solidified, this is it.
Sure.
This is it. This is no bullshit. We have a coach. We have a quarterback that can perform in the playoffs under pressure. We have a team that can beat the Packers and defend the NFC North and be a contender. For me personally, that was the final step of it all. Like, I was 100% in. I was like 95% before that, but that was like the final stamp of everything. Like, Caleb Williams is the future, Ben Johnson's the future, and we got a bright future coming ahead of us.
Yes, you do. And going back to the season that you had, like, it's ups and downs, it's emotional. And so with this particular season, how do you I hate to compare, but how do you
That's fine.
compare it to other seasons where the highs and the lows, emotionally, the highs, the lows, and all of that?
Cardiac Bears.
Yeah, this was a lot different because, I mean, for a good super majority of my life as a Bears fan, we've been bad. So it was always like if we had once, I guess here's how I'll put it. When we had winning seasons, other than maybe when Lovie Smith when we went to the Super Bowl, it was always kind of like a fluke season. Like, we went 13-3 one time with Jim Miller, and then we got beat like 40-0 in the playoffs. You're like, oh, that was a joke.
Yeah.
This just felt different. So this, to me, had a bigger emotional impact because this feels like the start of something, not the one and done kind of bullshit that we're used to as Bears fans. This just feels it's hard for me to quantify like on the outside looking in, like unless you're a Bears fan. It just felt a lot different this year.
Yeah, the amount of roller coaster emotions through all these games this year. I mean, we won on a field goal, we won on a block kick, we had overtime games, we had Colston Loveland run it in for 60 yards at the end of the game to win a game.
Yeah.
The dramatic Packer games with DJ Moore in the end zone, and even the overtime game you mentioned just recently versus the Rams, where Caleb Williams, unbiased just as a fan of the NFL, I will say it was probably one of the best throws a quarterback has ever made in the NFL. In my opinion, a turnaround jump shot after he ran 30 yards back from the 10-yard line at the 40-yard line, just throws a dime in the corner of the end zone to Cole Kmet. So, like, we had so many of those situations and games this year that, like, literally as a diehard Bear fan, it just took years off of your life watching these Bears. I mean, in Chicago, they kind of became known as the Cardiac Bears this year because no matter what the situation, no matter what the issue was, no matter what the score was, fourth quarter, 2 minutes left, Iceman's coming in and you put a ball in that kid's hands and you just don't know what's going to happen, man.
I'd say to answer your question, though, more directly, it was a lot. I emotionally invested a lot more in this season than probably in the last 20 years. And it didn't start that way, but it kind of just grew and grew and grew and kept going and going and going. And, by the end, it was a full-on buy-in emotional investment.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, you walked away after the Rams game, and if anyone who watched the game, even you saw Soldier Field, nobody had their heads down, no one was crying, no one was upset.
Ovation, yeah.
There was a standing ovation. They got clapped off the field. Bears fans on social media, Bears fans around Illinois, like, we're extremely happy about the future that this team has right now. We have our franchise quarterback, we have our franchise coach. We have such a young offense and so many weapons on it right now. There's some minor improvement we need on defense as far as our defensive line for rushing the passer. But I mean, besides that, I mean, we had the most takeaways in the NFL as far as defense goes. I mean, we got some fine-tuning to do, but I think the Bears, as long as they do it right and continue on the path they're on, they're going to be a threat to be dealt with here in the future.
Absolutely. Coming from the NFC North Kings of the North, I heard you mention, the new staff, the young players. What was the turning point like that? Do you think that led to this like magical season? Because it's been a long time, like you guys are very similar to us. It's been a long time. I think it's been 15 years since you guys made it to the playoffs.
No, it hasn't been that long. It was 2018, but they lost. So it was their first win since 06.
Come on, Pink, the double joint game. Everyone remembers the double joint game.
It was their first win since the Super Bowl run?
Yeah.
Like 20 years, 16, 15
It
years?
was our first playoff win since
yeah.
2006. So,
so almost 20, 19 years.
Crazy.
I think it's a cliche thing to say, but I think it's just everyone buying into Ben Johnson and him just being such a good coach. and not putting, not being an easy coach, coaching everyone hard, but everyone buying into his system. Like it almost felt like a college locker room after when they won. Like that's in the NFL, it doesn't really happen a whole lot. But as far as the rookies go, I think once Colson Loveland and Luther Burden, Colson Loveland specifically, but once Luther Burden too and Kyle Monungai started really contributing to the offense in the second half of the season, the offense just exploded.
It's about like week 6, week 7, things kind of started to pick up. A lot more.
Okay.
We had a really early on bye this year. I think it was week 4 or 5. We were on the bye already.
It was like 5 or 6, yeah.
Yeah, and it seemed like we came back from the bye week, and again, Ben Johnson, I'm sure you've all seen the good, better, best videos in the locker room, which are the most spine-chilling, goosebump, emotional fucking videos in the NFL, in my opinion. I'm not biased at all, though.
No.
But, I mean, those type of motivational speeches that he must be given and talking to these players, and they must be buying it, and I think they should, because I think he's a very heartfelt dude. He means what he says. He puts in the work.
I think that's what's most important. He is who he is. He's not. There's no faking this dude.
Yeah,
at
he's
all.
not bullshitting whatsoever, and he's kind of an asshole
And a psycho.
and a psychopath. And I think that's where the Bears need him. If you ask any Bears fan in the last 40 years what they've been missing, is everyone will tell you, "Oh, we need another coach like Dicka," and we've all been right. Dicka was kind of an asshole, and Dicka was arrogant, and Dicka will tell you that you suck to your face and get out of my face or stay home. You don't come here. You suck. And Ben Johnson did a lot of that this year. I mean, going into the playoffs after the Detroit game, they said, if you guys are ready for Cancun, go to Cancun. Don't even show up to Green Bay for the first round. I don't need you here. We need 150% from people. So that's the kind of person we're dealing with, and I think that's what Chicago's been missing for a very long time.
I think at the end of the day, it boils down to leadership. You can have as many coaches and players as you want and need, and even the fans. At the end of the day, it boils down to who runs the organization and how they run it, and if the people, the rookies, the players, the fans, and all of the other staff, and are they going to be open and receptive to it? Are they going to, buy into it? And if it takes hold of you where you feel like it hits home, more than likely, you're going to buy into it because you feel like that's what you need at that moment.
He's a leader of men, and he knows how to treat men like men. And that sounds silly and stupid, but for grown-ass men making salaries that are that big, it means a great deal to NFL players when he treats you like a man and is consistent. Sure. I think that's where a lot of coaches lack in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine being a coach in a professional sport nowadays. I mean, coaching like a high school team or a college team, whatever. You're coaching kids, young adults, they're in school, they live at home with mom and dad. I mean, now you're dealing with people who are making $60, $70 million a year. They're rich. They got their guaranteed contracts. Now you got to make these people buy into it when you're dealing with a group of millionaires is what you're dealing with nowadays. So trying to get them to buy into it like they're in youth football, I mean, that is a hard task to accomplish.
It is, but it seems to be working in you guys' favor. So kudos to Ben Johnson on that. Now, leading to the next question, you may have mentioned it, but all players aside, not the quarterback, because we know how you feel about Caleb. Which unit, not the quarterback, exceeded your expectations for the most, and why?
Offensive line all the way. I mean, they were terrible last year, and they went out and they signed Dahlman, the center. They traded for Jonah Jackson and Joe Tooney to completely revamp the line, and that usually doesn't work well. Or you'll have maybe one of them's good and two of them's bad, or it works swimmingly well. They went from one of the worst offensive lines to one of the best in football in one off season with those signings and trades. So for me, all the way. I mean, that helps Caleb develop more. So that's connected to the quarterback. So I might be cheating, but offensive line definitely for me.
I mean, I think that is the only technical right answer is the offensive line. I mean, if you had to choose anything else besides the O-line, I'd go with the dual dynamic of Nunge and Swift in the backfield. They really came around after week 5 and showed as a dual threat, especially Monange as a rookie. We finally got an angry runner. This dude's running people over. Get off the tracks when this dude's coming through.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
then, yeah. And then obviously you cannot take away anything that our secondary did this year as far as takeaways. Beard and Wright and Edmonds, with the fumble recoveries, with the interceptions, things of that nature. The Bears didn't lose a game where they had 2 or more turnovers this entire year. So those are really where we excelled this year. But I got to go with Maxwell. The technical answer is offensive line.
Good move. Correct.
Yeah, it makes it all run. You can't work it without an offensive line. Nothing else
Right,
works.
you're gonna definitely remember those special moments because those are moments where you have those fumble recoveries and all those pick sixes and stuff like that.
No
but
doubt.
punt return, those things are so exciting and electric. So I hope those memories stay with you guys forever.
When you fumble recover a tush push on the
there's a-
Eagles,
there's a-
that's gonna stick with you for a little bit.
There's a few
yeah.
places
Yeah,
here.
the
Those
tush
are
push, they'll
forever
definitely
places.
stick with you, depending on whose tush it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you figure that was the Black Friday game versus the Eagles, which was the largest nationally broadcast football game of history ever, to all different countries around the entire globe. That was the largest broadcasted game for free around the entire world, was that Black Friday game. And you figure you have a second-year quarterback, Caleb Williams, coming out in a game like that, a holiday game, Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving, to the largest broadcast ever, and you go out and perform like that. It's just leaps and bounds what that kid can do under pressure. It's just been awesome to watch all year.
It's so amazing, and it's gonna be electric. So looking into, as you guys close out the postseason, like I said, you guys are very similar to the Panthers. Been a long time for the both of us. We're both the
ma'am.
cardiac bears and the cat. We made some moves too, like you guys. So looking into off season, like us super fans, we do not have off seasons. Okay, I'm just letting you know.
No, ma'am.
We do not have some off seasons because we're always preparing for the next thing, whether that be the draft, whether that be the off season events, whether that be the fan fest, whether that be whatever, chalk talk, those kinds of things. So looking into the off season, not for you super fans, but for your team, what's the one move you think draft, free agency, coaching? I mean, your coaching may need some tweaking in. I don't know. Players might need some. What do you believe, your team must make in the next step?
Easy answer for me, but you go first.
It's going to be our defensive line, hands down. Whether it's a defensive tackle, both a defensive end and a defensive tackle, you need another person opposite Montez Sweat, and you need another nose tackle up in the middle. Our QB passer rushing rating this year sucked. We allowed quarterbacks way too much time in the pockets to sit back there and pick us apart in the secondary and our corners, and that's why we were 29th overall as far as points given up in the NFL. Is quarterbacks they dropped back and had all day. I mean, any quarterback who's a professional NFL quarterback, good, bad, middle, medium, low, whatever, you give them time to stand back there for 3 to 5 seconds, and they're going to find someone open. And that's what the Bears were guilty of this year. So we really, really need to bring in another defensive end, and we definitely need someone to get to the quarterback.
Max Crosby. I would come up to be like a counter guy to come up with something else, but there is nothing else. The Bears need a defensive end that can rush the passer opposite Montez Sweat. So it's same exact answer as Mike.
Don't even touch the offense.
Yeah, there's
Leave
other.
the
I mean, there's
offensive
other
line.
little things we'll need. You always want to draft another young lineman because the guys they trade for are getting older. It's always good to draft another secondary guy, another linebacker, sure. But what do the Bears glaringly need? And that's a pass rush, and that's not even debatable.
Yeah.
Anyone that's saying otherwise is an idiot.
Yeah, which is probably, in my opinion, going to happen during the draft, because I was looking at the 2026 free agents, and defensive ends, everyone who's going to be available this year are going to be in their early 30s. So I'm not really sure how much we want to dive deep into 32-year-old Trey Hendrickson or a 33-year-old Khalil Mack who's going to be a free agent this year. But again, who knows, man? Who knows? We're just couch cowboys here talking our opinions all night. But I trust in Ryan Poles. I trust
Cowboys
in
with the biggest podcast around. Listen,
I just talk on my ass, Pink, and
Yeah.
people listen to it.
No.
I don't
know you
question
do.
it,
I love
but
it.
people.
I
I was
love
talking
it,
to
man.
my guy
I feel that
Andy. I
that's
see
why you
Andy's
guys
been
got a good
commenting
fan
all
base.
night.
You just who you are. You just being exactly who you are, and we all love it. Your
I
fans love you.
appreciate it.
I want to take a minute, real quick, just to
Sure.
acknowledge some people in the comments. We do see you. We see your comments coming up. We see what Corey Siffer said. John McKinley, and then Alfred said, "Are you excited for the next season? What to look forward to?" Thank you as well. He said, "Go Bears." What Alberto said, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What's up,
Alberto,
Alberto?"
Chicago Bears fan forever. Me and
He
you
also
go.
said, "I
Cheers,
was
brother.
emotional that night. That hurt a lot." Yeah, and Matt Nagy era. Andy Abdullah said 2026 is a whole new ball game. O-line, nose guard,
Yeah.
Hakeem Nicks type of guy. And then
Yeah.
ref screwed up, according to Frank. So thank
I
you
would
so
take
much for you
another
guys'
team
comment.
picks all day long, baby, all day long. Yeah, yeah. No, I was talking to Andy, and Andy's a big follower of the First and 10 podcast. I love him to death. He always makes sure he never misses a show. If I'm not on there at Tuesday at 7 p.m., he's messaging me or my wife. Where are you? You going live today? So I love Andy. He's my First and 10 tailgating brother. One of the best guys around. Can't beat him.
Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, fans. How important is super fans, regular fans, standard fans, couch fans, fair weather fans? How important is the fan base and the super fan culture to your team's identity, especially during the playoffs push?
I'll let Mike handle all that.
I mean, I don't think the Bears are really truly known around the league as far as like super fans. I mean, a super fan, I mean, technically in 2006, in my opinion, and people may not agree with me, and that's fine, but you kind of tend to see more of a technical super fan as someone who's very loud on social media, has a presence as far as different social media channels, followers, things of that nature. You see them all over the place, so you kind of get they're in your feeds, they're all over your social media, things of that nature. But in reality, I mean, it's those diehard season ticket holders that really kind of are the bloodline of these teams. Don Wachter, who's also the number one super fan of the Bears, he's the face of the Bears fans. He's a season ticket holder. He travels all over the country, so he kind of takes both of those roles as far as super fan face and also dedicated in the stands every game, home and away. One of his best friends, Paul Zawicki, a lot of people don't know him because he just goes to games in a ball cap and a bomber jacket, and he's got the old South Side beard, and he just kind of hangs out. But this man's been going to every single home or away game since like 1982 and hasn't missed a game ever since, So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I mean, if you're there supporting the Bears, whether you're being out on social media, you're at tailgates, you're going to the games, whatever it is that you're doing from your end of things to what you're able to do, but you're showing your fandom and you're showing your love for your team. All that brought together is really all that matters at the end of the day. You hit everything from every angle, and that way nothing's missed. You need your fans in the stadium, you need your fans at homes, you need your fans at the bars and restaurants. You need your fans at the tailgates. You need your fans on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and X or whatever hell it's called nowadays. But, I mean, everyone does their part. That all comes together. And, I mean, everyone united is a super fan, in my opinion.
So well said. Super fans united.
Yes, ma'am.
All
yes,
fans
ma'am.
united, city to city.
Especially for a team that's coming off a 5-win year. I mean,
A lot of 5-win years.
And do you guys know as Panther fans too who are out there? I mean, it's a dedication sticking with a losing team. It's easy to be a KC fan. It's easy to be a San Fran fan. It's easy to be that team that's in the playoffs, going for the gold every year. It's hard to be
Bandwagon fan that's never been a fan.
It's hard to
and
be
when
a Panthers fan.
starts
It's
winning.
hard to be a Browns fan. It's
Okay,
hard to be
though.
a Bears fan.
I like people
Hard to
jumping
be a
on though.
Panthers
Like,
fan.
but I like. I'm sure you agree, Pink. Like, I like that. Like, our teams both had good years, made the playoffs. Our ships We got
Come
plenty,
on.
we got
Plenty
plenty
of
of
room,
seats. We
plenty
got
of
plenty of
room.
seats. Come on in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We all had to start somewhere, so I'm cool with
Yeah,
anybody
the KC
jumping on.
bandwagon died. Time to jump on the Bears.
I'm all for new fans jumping in. I'm cool with it all the way.
We got the new tight end. You guys had Kelsey. We got Colston going for it. Come on down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your promoter, 66 million, Alberto says.
Yeah, so Chicago Bears fan forever. It's such a blessing. Me and Alberto are partners on that page, and we're averaging around 66 million of views on that page a month, which is just completely
Amazing.
out of this world.
That's
Something
crazy.
we talk about it quite often, and just like, holy shit, like, how did we even get here? What were we doing? And Alberto and I just deliver news, and we do artwork, and I go live at live events and do the podcast, and really just a combination of everything we do is brought the Chicago Bears Fan Forever page up into the top social media Bears fan ran page. I mean, the only Bears page larger than our page currently is the official Chicago Bears page, which is like 3.5 million. But as far as fan ran page, we're the top page of Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. Like, we have the most
Hey.
followers. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty surreal.
Congratulations. Bear down,
you know,
baby.
You know, like I said, you just kind of do what you do. You just be yourself. You be authentic, and try to be real, and just stay true to whatever it is you want to do, and say fuck the rest. Not worry about opinions, and yeah, you just do what you do, man. And if people like it, they like you. If they don't, they don't, and then you just kind of go forward from there. And that's kind of when me and Maxwell started the podcast. When I asked him to do it, I'm like, do you want to try? Maybe people will watch it. Maybe people won't. If they don't and it sucks, we'll just kind of stop doing it. And we'll just go from there and just kind of
I'll talk into a void then.
Yeah.
If not.
trial and error. And it's like people
Trial and error,
it.
be
Yeah.
consistent, stay true to yourself and what you believe in.
Yeah.
And it's going to take off. If it doesn't take off, who cares? As long as you're having fun, man.
100%.
Fun, fun, and like Mike said, don't try to be a fake, Skip Bayless type guy to
Yeah.
yelling for no reason.
It's like you think about doing something like this, like a million different things, a million different things come across your mind. Like, am I gonna come on here with like a saying? Am I gonna do like an accent
or anybody? Like, we're gonna just disagree to disagree. That's stupid. Like, if you agree, great, and if you don't, great. That's how it should be. That's
create drama.
And I
you
think
can tell what's fake and what isn't.
And I think that's the most number one feedback I've ever gotten from anyone who's ever commented about liking the show is they tell that when we're talking and when we're interacting, they know it's real. It's not bullshit. We're not trying to put on a show or play a persona or a character. This is really just who we are as people. And
who you are as a person.
If you met me or Maxwell anywhere and came up to us, we would be talking to you the same way we're talking to you right now.
Same way.
Doing this. And
no, we do fill socks with soap bars and beat each other after the show. But other than that,
listen, I love you guys. I know you got to get off here in a few minutes to get ready for your next showdown, but I have a couple more questions.
Go ahead. Fire.
Regarding your Bears Nation, Bear Down, the followers, everybody who loves the Bears, the team, the leadership, the players, everybody. If you could send one message to them, Nation, Bears Nation, right now, what would it be? And why?
It's only going up from here, and this wasn't a fluke. And why? Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the future. It's gonna be bright. Take a seat, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. This is really the beginning of a lot of good things to come. And I tell your fans, the Panthers fans, all the fans out there, the Bears fans, everyone whose kind of team is starting to come around, dude, we work for this. We've earned this. We deserve it as fans. It's so gratifying to see all of our hard effort and work. It's like people kind of look at you funny when the Bears are winning 2-3 games a year, 5 games a year, and they're like, think you're crazy because you're dedicated to this team and spending so much time and effort towards the fandom. And it's kind of like you're getting on Bitcoin when it's down at the bottom, and now Bitcoin's going to the top, and now everyone thinks you're a genius, and it's a whole different story. So But yeah, it's gonna be a fun ride. And like I said, I think that's why Bears fans weren't too upset about this playoff loss. We see the bright future to come, and it's gonna be a good time.
I know it was electric in that stadium. Because it was electric in our stadium. So I'm so happy that you guys got to experience that. Not that it's not electric in your stadium all the time, but that's just a different feel. It's a different thing.
Yeah,
Sure, of course.
It's a different environment. And so how was that? How was that being there in that arena?
So I'll be 100% honest with you. Maxwell nor I are season ticket holders whatsoever. I've been on the list for almost 10 years now and haven't got the call from the organization. And I don't know if you guys know,
what's going on, Bears?
I know, right?
Can you guys get them some PSL?
You better call George. No, but in reality, I don't know if everyone out there knows cost of Bears tickets or how that persona is, but secondary market even for a regular season game to sit at the tippy top and the nosebleeds about $400-$500 a ticket. So me and my wife, we kind of do the Foz, Mrs. Foz thing. We're a team unit when we go to Bears and do Bears stuff. So we got 3 small kids at home. We're not millionaires. So when you talk about going to a Bears game and it's going to cost us $1,000 in tickets just to walk in the stadium, that's going to be a big fuck no from me, Pink. So
I'm a big believer. And listen, man, if you have season tickets, you go to the games. That's awesome. When we get people on the show, they go to every game ever, travel. That's awesome. I think that's cool, and that's your thing. I am the biggest believer ever in the best seat for a football game is your couch. And I don't care what anyone says to me. Now listen, the tailgate. Now listen, the tailgating's a blast. I like doing the tailgate. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. That's cool.
Right. It is.
I then want to be teleported to my couch. I have no interest in going to the stadium. I've been to plenty of concerts at Soldier Field. I don't need to go to any Bears games there.
And that's where I kind of I interlock the two. So I still go down to Chicago. I still tailgate with my crew. We get down there in the morning. We're partying. We're drinking. We're getting hyped up for the game. Only difference is people from our lot are walking to Soldier Field to go at the game. Me, I get in my car, I go home, and I either go out or I go to the bar and watch the game from that point. But yeah, until these ticket prices become more realistic, it is what it is. It is.
Yeah, that makes no sense for them to be that high.
Yeah, it's Chicago for you.
It's Chicago. Illinois is one of the most expensive states for everything in the entire country.
No political talk.
That's just facts. no political, but it is. It's rather ridiculous. So, and then you have the Rams, who went as far as the Bears did, and you can go to SoFi any game of the year for $150 and sit right on the field because nobody cares about football in California. No. So it's just not fair, Pink.
In LA, that's a good point.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I'd like to go to SoFi just to see the stadium.
It's beautiful. It's unbelievable out there.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we would play you guys next year. I don't think we play you guys next year, but I was kind of hoping. Yeah.
I think it's hard. The year after we play each other, I think it's like the 3-year mark. Yeah.
Hopefully you guys come here because I know last year we went to you guys.
Yeah, we would be coming.
Unfortunately, I didn't come to that game, but I will.
I've been looking for an excuse to come out to Carolina. I got my cat daddy DJ out there. Got to come see my
cat daddy.
I got you to come see. Yeah.
Shout out to Carolina Superfans United.
Yeah, I got Mad Catter's son Jordan, who's a true Bears fan, so he's my undercover son.
Yes, he is.
That's my boy, though. He was raised properly.
He's great. He is. Great kid. Shout out to Cat Daddy and Mad Cat and Jordan over there.
Definitely want to come out and visit you guys, too.
Before you wrap, Pink, before you ask any more, I got a question for you. We were talking earlier. And I'll be quick. Now, when we talked last, and I'm sure after the first season of CJ Stroud versus Bryce Young, twofold. How nervous were you made the wrong pick? And now, 3 years removed, how absolutely 100% and 1,000,000% confident are you that you guys got the right pick?
Yep.
I'm glad you asked that question, Maxwell, because I was at the draft in 2023 in Kansas City. Thank you, Carolina Panthers. Such an unforgettable experience. Oh, my God. But first of all, I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide fan. I watched Bryce Young from the very first snap that he took at Alabama when he fumbled the ball, and I've watched him grow into this really great person, this man of a man, great quarterback. Heisman Trophy winner, national title winner, and for me to be there to watch him be selected, and I was like, "Are we going to select him? Are we not?" You really don't know.
No.
But I was not nervous that we selected the wrong person because there was this comparison between Bryce and CJ, Bryce, CJ, Bryce, whatever, and I was not nervous at all, and I think that we made the right pick, and I will never.
You
100%.
you 1,000,000% made the right pick.
Did you see
But
the
after
first
that,
half
what I
of
was
that
saying was
game
after that first season, CJ Stroud, oh my God, rookie season, unbelievable. There had to be at least a little part of you said,
Not for me.
but good for you. Well, good for you because you were 100% right, and you're
I'm
now
true to my convictions, brother.
good for you. Good for you. You're 1,000% right.
Keep
Roll
pounding,
Tide.
Pink. Keep pounding. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding. Lastly, I know you guys got to get out here, get ready for your show.
all good.
Where can anybody who's not familiar with your show find you on social media?
Yeah, the hashtag right below our names at First 10 Fives. You can get that on YouTube. You can get that on Twitter. You type in First 10 Fives on Facebook. Everything's going to go ahead and jump up. I stream live on Chicago Bears Fan Forever every single week. So that's the number 4 EVER, Chicago Bears Fan Forever. So that's a great follow us on there. But we're kind of all over the place. And like I said, First 10 Fives, you type in those 3 words, you're not going to have any problem finding us whatsoever.
It's going to come up. Trust and
It's
believe.
going to come up somewhere. You might get
If
some
you
Muppet
Google
stuff
them,
too.
it's going to come up.
You might get Fozzie Bear popping up for the Muppets too, but you'll find me. You'll find the Redbeard.
Shout out to all the people in the comments. We see you guys, all the viewers. We appreciate you. Soldier Girl,
Thank
Rick
you guys
Boone,
for tuning in
said Bears
tonight. All the
Forever.
questions, all the comments. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. You guys joining in. Be Strilla on the ones and twos. So many people jumping in the comments, and we appreciate you guys. Go over to their channel, follow, like, subscribe. They're on YouTube as well. And check out their show tonight. They got another show in about 8 minutes. And they, like he said, he streams every Tuesday night at
live on
7:20.
Chicago Bears Fan Forever in a few minutes here. We'll be doing a double header tonight.
Yeah, we're just Cinemax After Dark after 11
exactly. We got a bottle of bourbon in front of us. I don't know what's going to happen.
Cheers to the Bears.
Hey,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, cheers. Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, Pink. You made the call. I love every time you ask me to come and hang out with you.
Cheers,
And be on the
cheers,
show.
guys. Love you so much. Thank you so much for joining our show tonight, Superfan Thursday,
Yes,
Pink
ma'am.
Fanfur and Company. You heard it straight from the kings of the NFC North, Maxwell and Foz and Maxwell, first and 10 with Foz. Check them out. Love you guys.
Thank
Bear
you.
down.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bear down, baby.